Hello everyone, and welcome. Well, we're back on that site again. I'm here by myself. I'm here for a 2-night stay. I'm hoping to level off this area. That's where I had my hammock set last time. This is the area that's going to be good enough for the tent if I can level it out. There's a hump in the ground back here. I brought myself a good shovel. I'm going to try and get rid of some of that hump and put it over here and fill in the dips and create a flat spot for the tent. Now, the black flies and mosquitoes are crazy. It rained the day before yesterday, drizzled and showered on and off all day, and yesterday it poured for most of the day. It was supposed to stop overnight and clear up, but it's been cloudy all day, and we've been getting the odd shower here and there. Nothing major. Showers for a minute or two, it stops. But it's supposed to clear. So I figured I'd get out here and see if I can prep this site. It's late right now, but I've got all day tomorrow. So I'm hoping to at least get rid of the hump that's under the hammock. Then I can set my hammock for the night and worry about the rest of this tomorrow. Taken down that hump under the hammock as much as I'm willing to. Most of what I'm pulling up from under there is dark soil and clay. I don't want to put too much of it down because I'm afraid if it rains it'll turn to mud. I did find a little spot back behind the trees here that has a little bit of gravel. But these black flies are crazy. Tomorrow's another day. I think I'm just going to set up the hammock and worry about this tomorrow. For now, I'll go sit out in the clearing a little bit and get out of these flies. I've got a few mosquito coils burning over there so that I've got a safe zone to run to. I said I was taking a break from leveling off that spot. I was going to do more tomorrow. But that doesn't mean I just sat around all afternoon. That's what I did this afternoon. But doing that, I was actually filming another video, which is just a first look at my new toy. The Angsin 6-inch chainsaw. I bought it with the intention of using it when Ann and I come camping, so that if I have any firewood to cut, that'll make it a little quicker, a little easier. So I have more time to sit and relax and spend time with her. That being said, the saw comes with a 21 volt battery, but it's a 2000 milliamp battery. I went the extra and I bought the kit that comes with the 4000 milliamp battery. just to give me a little more cutting time. And one battery cut all that. And some of those logs were almost 6 inches around. So I was forcing that saw pretty hard. I'm sure if I stuck to smaller stuff, I would have probably been able to get a little bit more. But I had to see how tough that saw was. I haven't even set up the hammock yet. I just finished cutting all that wood. I figured I'd come and sit here surrounded by these mosquito coils. There's one on either side of the fire pit, and then there's one right beside my chair here. And the black flies are still nasty, but oh well. It's time for a collective logger. Well deserved. I didn't bother bringing my fishing rod. I was hoping to bring it and try out fishing in this water here. And then at the last minute I decided, nope. I have that whole spot to level out. And I want to cut a bit of firewood so that the next time I come, I'm hoping Ann comes with me. Although I think I may have to buy a screen tent. Because if the mosquitoes are as bad as they were when I got here, she's going to drown herself in essential oils trying to keep them away. I'm thinking if I can find an 8x8, I might be able to set it up right behind the car. That way we'll have our sleeping area over there, our screen tent over here, and with the screen tent there, it'll even block some of the view from people coming by. Oh, and with the screen tent right here behind the car, if the mosquitoes are really bad, I can let the fire go, and we can sit in the screen tent and still stare at the fire. But that's going to be plenty of firewood for tonight. And that's not bad. If I can cut enough firewood for one night with one battery, I'm okay with that. And I'm always going to have one of my other saws with me. I brought the Silky this time, just in case. The intention was test out the battery, see how far it'll go. And then when it dies, if they die too quick, at least I still have the saw and I can still get some stuff done. home for the night. Hammock's all set up. My blanket, my pillows, everything is in there. Except, of course, for my book. 2 nights out here and I forgot my book. Oh well, we're gonna make do. Look at this monster of a steak. But look at that. Perfect. Cut that a little bit smaller. I don't want to eat half the cow at the same time. There we go. Oh, that is amazing. Now, I put a bit more wood on the fire. I left the grill on. I'm trying to burn all the food off of it. Once that's done, I'll pull the grill off, let it cool, and put it away. But for now, I'm going to sit here and enjoy this steak. So that steak was delicious. Oh. Now I'm just sitting back, enjoying this nice smoky fire. It seems to be keeping the mosquitoes away. They're not as bad anyway. Oh. Tomorrow we've got a nice full day ahead of us. Should have time to level that off as much as I need and cut up some firewood for the next trip. But for now, time to relax and enjoy my evening. Have a good night, and we'll see you in the morning. Morning, everyone. Just on time for that all-important first sip. Oh, that first sip of the day is always the best. Oh, it was a great night last night. Clouds finally cleared up. I got to watch the stars for a little bit. And then I crawled into bed. I laid down in that hammock. And I thought, I don't have my book. How am I going to get to sleep? Put my head back, closed my eyes. I woke up this morning. Oh, I was tired when I crawled in, and that was the end of that. Oh, yeah, it was nice and comfortable in the hammock. Woke up this morning to the sound of the birds chirping. Can't ask for better than that. Time for another coffee. Whew. Oh. Well, it's not going to be perfect, but it was never meant to be perfect. It's meant to be workable. As long as I can set up the tent and have the 2 cots in there, we're laughing. Even if it's a little bit wonky, like I said before, I can shove a stick underneath one of the legs just to sturdy it up. It's not to make it perfectly level, it's to make it perfect for camping. Oh. That being said, it's only 9 a.m. and I'm almost done leveling it off. Yeah, really starting to regret not bringing my fishing rod. That just means I get to take my time, sit, have a coffee, do a bit more, sit for a bit, do a bit more. It'll give me plenty of time to cut up some firewood. I've got my axe, I can split up whatever I cut. I wish I had a camo tarp with me, but I don't. I'm going to have to remember to grab one. That way when I cut the firewood, I can set it back in the bush. It's fairly well hidden where I'm putting it, but a camo tarp would just make it that much better. I'm going to finish this cup. Sit for just a few minutes, and then it's back to work. How's that for a beautiful lunch? Breakfast sausages, eggs, and a couple of pieces of beautiful toast. Oh. Well deserved. Well deserved. I've got that area about as flat as I can get it. And I left a little bit of firewood that was cut up from last time, and I split that. Now I'm taking a little lunch break, and then I think I'm going to bust out that little mini saw and cut up a little bit of firewood. Perfect. So this is the trail that leads from the campsite down to the lake. This is a dead standing that's been standing in the way for quite some time. I noticed it here the first day I got here, but it wasn't on my priority list of things to do. Today, it's coming down. This tip, I'm just going to leave by the fire pit, and I'm going to break it up and burn it tonight. The rest I'm going to cut down for firewood. I'm going to trim all the branches off. I'm going to cut it into more manageable lengths, and I'll bring it over to my wood pile and cut it up over there. Now, why am I cutting in here? Well, my wood pile is going to be right behind me, and in here I'm in the shade. I also have a couple of pieces of logs that I cut last time that I left here. I'm going to cut up the one that I just took down, and then see how much of those I can cut up on the one battery, and that'll give me plenty of firewood for whenever Ann comes out. So here's the pile of stuff that I had already split this morning. This is everything from that tree that I just took down. It's all cut up, and the battery is still marking 4 bars. So I should be able to cut these 2 logs, or at least most of them. We'll see how far we get today. So I just showed you the footage of all the wood that I've got split and piled today. A little over half of that was cut with that little mini chainsaw that I brought. And it's still showing through 3 bars. Now if it's anything like yesterday it cut and showed 1 bar or 4 bars for a long time. Once that first bar disappeared and it went down to 3 bars, it didn't take long after that it just went right down to nothing. But if I pile the wood any higher than that, people driving by are going to be able to see the top of the pile, and I don't want that. So I think I'm going to quit for today. It's hot. The clouds are starting to come in, so it's not as bad. They're calling for showers overnight tonight, clearing by the morning, and then showers again in the afternoon. I was debating on whether I would stay or go, seeing as my work is done. But I think, seeing as I'm here, I may as well stick around. I've got just a small fire going, just to try and keep some of these mosquitoes and black flies at bay. I just lit it a few minutes ago. I've got a thermocell under the camera, a thermocell to the right of my chair here, and I think my mosquito coil just went out. But I've had a mosquito coil burning behind the chair for quite some time, just to give me a place to go and sit for a few minutes and get out of the bugs. But we are now officially ready. I think all I need now is a small screen tent, just so we've got a spot to hide away from these mosquitoes. Update time. Remember I said there was 3 bars left on that battery for the saw? Well, I sat here for a while, cooled down, drank a ton of water, rehydrated myself. I decided, why not? Let's go kill that last 3 bars. Found it dead standing. Trimmed as many branches off of it while it was standing, as I could. I cut it down, and the first log I tried to cut off, I got about 3/4 of the way through and the battery died. So like I said, it marks 4 bars forever. And once it drops down to that 3 bars, it's just about done. It's not going to take long. You're going to burn right through it. Sure enough, I didn't get very far. So I've put away all the toys. Now it's time for the real hydration to begin. Not that I have a ton with me, but I'll have one now, one with dinner, and then I think I have one left for later in the evening. If I drink it. But when Ann comes, like I said, if I bring a small screen tent, I can set that up and it'll give us a bug-free zone. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. Don't get me wrong, I love coming out here solo. It's relaxing. But I also enjoy having Ann out here. Soon, especially once she finds out that I've got enough wood cut that if we come out for a weekend, I don't have to do nothing other than set up the tent. Set up the tent, cook the food. I may do that for the rest of the summer. Do a trip out with her, and then do a solo trip out and pre-cut all the wood we need, so that when she comes, I've got no work to do. Tonight's dinner, nice and simple. Schneider's classic cheddar smokies. Warm them up over the fire. As soon as you see them split, they're pretty much ready. The cheese should be melted. After all that work today, these are fantastic. Well, dinner was delicious, or as delicious as it could be for just a couple of sausages. But I ate those sausages. And then I took a short little walk down the road just to see if there was a decent landing. And they're all steep. Not as steep as this one, but they're all steep. Wow. But these mosquitoes and black flies came back with a vengeance. It's clouding over. They said we might get some showers this evening and overnight. I'm thinking that's a big possibility. Hopefully, if we do get them, they clear by morning so that I can pack up and get out of here. If not, I'll have to pack up in the rain. Wow, what happened? They weren't this bad when I left. Yeah, it's still running. I'm glad I brought a clean shirt. After I was done eating, I went and changed. Feels so much better. Oh. Before I crawl into the hammock, I'm going to change my socks. And then it's going to be terrific. But now, I'm going to sit back, watch this fire and relax for a bit, and hope it doesn't start raining until after I go to bed. You guys have a good night. We'll see you in the morning.
Can you hear the rain? That's gonna make for some great sleeping.
Morning, everyone. Just on time for that all-important first sip. Oh, perfect way to start the day. It's a little cloudy. It's a little gloomy. But it's still a great day in the bush. Oh, that little drizzle started last night. And then it started to rain hard. But it only lasted a few minutes. And then it tapered off to just a light rain. After that, I have no clue. As soon as it went to that light rain, my lights went out. Oh, nothing beats sleeping with the sound of the rain on the tarp. Oh, oh, that knocked me right out. I slept like a baby all night long. Until 5:15, exactly. Because this morning is Monday morning. Tomorrow is Canada Day. So everybody's off. So I made plans with the boss to take today off and work tomorrow. That way I get a long weekend. Guess who forgot to turn his alarm off? Oh. Alarm went off. I turned it off. Nope. I'm staying in the hammock. And then my bladder said, nope, you're getting up. I got out, emptied my bladder, crawled back in the hammock, and laid there for about 15 minutes, wide awake. There's no way I was going back to sleep. So I got up, started to pack away a few things, got the fire going, got the coffee going. We got a lot of work done yesterday. The ground back there is leveled off as best as I could get it with what I had. I'll know better once we get the tent set up and the cots inside. once we do that, I'll figure out where my high spots are, if there are any. And then the next time we come out, before I set up the tent, I'll try and knock those down a little bit. But it is what it is. It's way better than it was. It's to the point now where it's usable as long as we adjust our cots when we set them up, if we need to. And we got a ton of firewood cut for the next trip, as long as nobody finds it. Oh. Part of me is saying, okay, hurry up, pack up, head for home. You got lots to do today. The other part of me is saying, oh, but this is so comfortable. I'll take you for a little tour and we'll see what the place is looking like now. So here's our living area, complete with chair and fire pit. It's hard to show it on camera, but the ground looks fairly level. And with the little bit of rain last night and the moisture in it, I was able to walk around on it a little bit this morning and tap it down a little more. So it's packing pretty tight. Then if we sneak down this trail, there's our load of firewood. I gotta remember to grab my chain oil when I leave. And I found a new spot yesterday, right in here. So that when we bring the tent, if we bring Kieran as well, Anne was suggesting that her and Kieran sleep in the tent and I can sleep in the hammock. I can set the hammock in here from this tree over to this tree. It's not a big spot. But I'm off on my own. And I think the next time I come out solo, I may stick the hammock in there and I would have even more privacy, and it would give me this whole area here if I want to do something or if I have work to do. All right, back to the comfortable chair. With that other spot that I found and cleaned up a little bit, if we come out with Kieran and Anne decides her back is doing better and she wants to try the hammock, she can go lay down in there and Kieran and I can take the tent. Doesn't matter. One or the other. I'm getting so anxious to bring him out here. It's going to be a bundle of fun. I just had a look at the time. 7:30. I still have time. I do have things I got to get done today. But I've got a little bit of time to sit and enjoy my coffee, enjoy the last little remnants of this fire. And then I'm going to pack everything up and head for home. I want to thank you all for joining me on this one. Always a pleasure having you here. And we got a lot accomplished this run. Good. Hopefully on the next one, Anne will be with me. So if you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more of it, hit the subscribe button. And if you're going to do that, you may as well hit the notification bell. When you do, there'll be a drop-down menu. In that menu, select all. That should let you know whenever we put out a new video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.